I was a ghost, I was alone. Golden, a song that took the world by storm in an attempt to seal the honmoon, now has been covered by a good plethora of idols of different groups, different generations, and different vocal skills. Who succeeded and who's failed, if anyone. Let's talk. But first, a couple things. I quickly figured that it would be kinda impossible to simply rank these covers for a few reasons. Firstly, many idols who have attempted the challenge haven't sung the entire song. Some have, but most of these covers are less than 2 minutes long. Some are just short snippets. Secondly, only some of these covers are totally 100% raw live vocals. Most, however, are not and have been edited in post-production to a varying extent. So that's another variable. You see, it is really difficult and even sort of pointless in some cases to compare them, but I still would like to take the time to analyze and share some quick thoughts on not all of them, but more than a few of these covers. Maybe I'll give you a little top 5 most impressive ones at the end. Well, you need to know that there are going to be instances when I'm gonna get critical here, but what's important to note is that Golden is without a doubt a very difficult song to sing. It needs to be sung in a big way. It requires a wide range and a great deal of skill. This is not a more typical K-pop song made to be sung routinely by idols. It is a roller coaster, and anyone who's been brave and ambitious enough to try it deserves credit. For full transparency, I myself have attempted it many times in my car and struggled quite notably. It's our moment, you know, together we glowing. Gonna be golden. Oh, I'm done hiding, now I'm shining like I'm gonna be. Without further ado, in no particular order, for now, let's get into it. Yujin of IVE. I didn't expect her to pick up a song like this, however, it seems like she's been taking her role as a vocalist more and more seriously. In general, Yujin has a great voice for pop. Her punchy, robust tone suits Golden nicely. However, this is the most obviously studio processed vocal in this video. Whether it's a sound mixing issue or simply an overly heavy pitch correction, actually maybe both, but the painfully artificial, metallic, nearly robotic quality in Yujin's vocal takes away any of the true character that her voice naturally has. Well, it is clear that Yujin has sung this song at some point, but what did she actually sound like remains a mystery. Swan delivers a short snippet but successfully hits all the big, challenging notes. What's important to mention, without any editing or pitch correction, just her in a practice room. Intonation-wise, she does more than a decent job. There are a few shaky notes, but those are rather minor pitch accuracy issues. Because of a light, heady mix and the reliance on a nasal, twangy placement, despite reaching the notes, Swan's voice lacks the power, weight, and projection that would be most suitable for Golden. The issue lies in a not fully developed, mostly unrefined belting technique. I do appreciate, however, that Swan has utilized her skills to the best of her current capabilities and once again has done so without a touch of help. Goen starts her short rendition very nicely. The mid-range sounds stable, the switches to a light falsetto are executed quite smoothly. I really am a fan of Goen's voice. There's this unique, muted-like quality to it. Okay, but when the high belting part kicks in, things go downhill. The raised larynx, the tension, this weird placement that makes her sound so stuck in her nose. It just doesn't work, and it gets even worse on the top notes. Even with some editing, it seems like Goen's voice is about to give up. Like I said, I truly enjoy Goen's voice a lot, but Golden is simply way too outside of her comfort zone for now, in my opinion. Solar delivers a more of a studio-style performance. The vocal has definitely been smoothed out in post-production a bit, however, it seems like it hasn't been messed with too much, as Solar's voice retains its natural tone and character. The sound is clear, but not too artificial.
Given a drone, I didn't know. To the left, I was a queen that I meant to be.
Solar is an incredibly charismatic vocalist with her strong, characteristic voice. You know it is her when you hear her. As she approaches the belting part, Solar begins to push more. However, she has things mostly under control at first. As the song goes higher, Solar, however, begins to fight for the notes to come out. Her mix is unfortunately way too heavy for this upper belting range. She pushes her voice to its extremes. For the highest notes, Solar switches to her head voice instead of belting them. A smart and an almost necessary choice. I really wouldn't like her to attack such high notes with an approach as heavy as she usually opts for. I absolutely admire Solar's continuous willingness to challenge herself, but this wasn't the best song choice for as chesty of a belter as she is. On the flip side, Golden was just the song to cover for Lily, as she's been able to put some of her biggest vocal strengths on display in under a minute. We will of course get to the high belts soon, but I personally have been very much impressed by Lily's effortless delivery of the pre-chorus. The switches to head voice couldn't be executed more easily. The vibrato nicely centered and used tastefully.
I'm done hiding now, I'm shining like I'm born to be. We dreamed it hard, we came so far, now I believe.
Lily's excellent intonation gives this part a very refined touch, which is all the more impressive, considering that this is another completely raw, unprocessed rendition. Now for the high belting. Lily does her best adjusting her placement to retain the right amount of power without getting too heavy.
We're going up the star moon. You know together we're glowing. Gonna be golden. Oh.
Well, that is a difficult task, so some tension does creep in. She also gets quite shouty, to be fair. However, till the very end, Lily manages to effectively navigate her mix register all the way up to A5. Did she do the song justice? I think so. Ailee has covered the song in its entirety, though with a new arrangement. Being a vocalist of a caliber that she is, Ailee's delivery is precise, polished, detailed. She's able to put a bit more emphasis on different small nuances, the dynamics, the phrasing, and the emotional message of the song.
Shining like I'm born to be, 'cause we are hunters.
Chef's kiss. Belting wise, Ailee obviously delivers on this front as well, with an approach that's somewhere in between what Solar and Lily did. Not nearly as chesty as Solar, but also a bit fuller than Lily. In the process, Ailee makes it look easy. Well, this is not an unedited vocal, but I don't hear any extreme tuning. The voice sounds smooth, but still realistic. Needless to say, this cover is one you need to check out if you haven't already. A must-watch. Watching this performance for me has only solidified the opinion that Golden shouldn't be performed like this, meaning with choreography and live singing. I know Huntrix did it, but they're also killing demons as a side hustle. I have absolutely no malicious intent towards the girls. They did their best, and I respect the guts they have. So you can hear two layers of vocal, and the one that is live, although not without some stronger moments, is almost uncomfortable to listen to for the most part. I mean, to me it sounds the way struggle feels. I also don't understand why have them sing live when the girls, understandably so, let it be clear, lip sync so many parts anyway.
I was a ghost, I was alone. Finally live like the girl JOC.
Perhaps just to clap back at people who criticized their first performance that was fully lip-synced, to be like, see that haters? They sing live. To me, it's just not a good gotcha moment. Either let them give their all and dance their hearts out, or let them sing without the energetic choreography so they can fully focus on the vocals. This is an already difficult song. There is no need to make it even more of a torture for everyone involved. See, STAYC approached this song in a much more manageable way. This is a live performance with edited vocals in post-production, although at least the girls' voices don't sound like they come from a microwave. Although not having a chance to tackle the big notes, overall I enjoyed Jae's contribution in this performance. I thought she handled the low to mid-range and the softer moments pretty well, adding necessary balance.
I was a queen that I'm meant to be. I feel like me. Put this petals all in a purse now.
I find the MVP of this cover to be Yoon. The technique isn't perfect, but she hits these notes with some nice power and passion. There is a bite and a punch to the way Yoon sang this. Xian's overwhelmingly bright voice, however, and an unbelievably nasal placement didn't work quite as well for me. Her mixed register sounds quite thin and whiny here, and it's a little hard to digest, I fear. The range is of course there, but good singing is so much more than that. I mean, Eunji, what do you expect? Come on, this cover is as casual as it gets, and the delivery is so mature, refined, and just seamless.
I was a queen that I'm meant to be. Lived two lives, tried to play both sides, but I couldn't find my. We're going up, it's our moment. You know, together we're going. Gonna be golden.
Such a well-coordinated voice and a beautifully developed range. The result had to be delightful, and it was.
'Cause we are hunters, voices strong and I know I believe we're going up, it's our moment.
To me, Eunji is a bit like a more grown-up, more seasoned, more experienced version of Lily of NMIXX. I'm not surprised that she handled this song with such poise and control.
It's our moment. You know, together we're going. Gonna be golden. voices try